We are going to be reviewing the Telltale Heart. So we're going to start in small chunks. Okay. So who can tell me the characters and what is the first thing that kind of happened? So Drew. Thank you. All right. Sophia, who are the first characters?
The old man and the guy who wants to kill him.
Okay, and why does he want to kill him, Claire?
Because he doesn't like his eye.
Okay, he doesn't like his eye, and so he wants to kill him because of his eye. All right, so we have that on here. And because of that, you should have notes knowing that he is crazy. And on this page, we have this word, acute. We have the word acute. And when we're talking about acute, his hearing is acute. What does that mean, Silas?
He's very good hearing.
Very good hearing. He has this.
Like 6 or 7 decibels.
Yes, that many, and it's very sharp. Its hearing is very perceptive. It's very keen. It's very clear. So he believes he hears voices in his head. So because of that, he ends up doing something because he wants to kill him. And Eleanor, what does he end up doing that's on page 98?
6, 7.
He ends up like sneaking into his room every night.
And every night for about how much, Silas?
6 or 7 days.
So about 6 or 7 days he goes.
Oh my God, 6, 7.
I hope other class members that are not here are enjoying this. So, which we only have 6 or 7 students in the class right now, and the narrator.
It's 6, 7. Oh.
All right, Drew, that is enough. So the narrator goes into the old man's room for about 6 or 7 nights, and he peers into. If you cannot talk, go ahead.
Hello?
Okay, that was the eye. That's the guy.
Do a better one.
Here, okay, go.
Hello?
All right. So
Anybody have any Tylenol?
So now
6 or 7 Tylenol.
the old man is sleeping, and the narrator, at this point, he's telling the police this story, and he's going in the room, and he explains. He said there's no way that the old man would have any insight or any understanding that I'm going in his room every single night. And he describes the old man as being very profound. So this is the vocabulary word that you would want to have maybe marked. Okay? This is what he says. He thinks that the man could not understand or have any insight, and that's the word that you want to have. It's right above paragraph 5. So if you don't have that marked, you might want to have that marked. Well, he is older. Remember, the narrator is like his caretaker. Now, as a reminder, you are having a selection test on this, and some of the things that I'm pointing out to you, you might see on your selection test. So on the 8th, I'm on page 98, so if you're not on there. So on the 8th night, he kind of explains that he's very proud of his work. He's excited that he is going to kill, and he thinks this is normal. So finally, he hears something. I'm going to take my paper away because I want one of you guys to tell me. There's 2 things that he hears when he goes in on the 8th night. So, Drew, what does he hear?
He hears crying.
Okay, he kind of hears crying, but he hears.
I don't know what you're looking at, Claire.
So, what does he hear?
He hears the sound of his own heartbeat.
Okay, yes, he hears this. And he hears the heartbeat. It's very scary. And then, but before he hears the heartbeat, what does he hear? Look at unfortunately, I need you to look and reread paragraphs, and I'm not making this up, 6 and 7.
6, 7!
Can you
6, 7, Daddy!
reread paragraphs 6 and 7? My goodness, why is it 6 and 7? It just happens to be. So go ahead and look at paragraphs 6 and 7 and tell me what does he hear?
Oh, there is hearkening the death watches. In the
Yes.
hall.
And you were right, he heard crying, but what does the cry out say?
Who's there?
And who says that?
Who's there? The old man.
So the old man knows that someone is there. He actually senses now. On the 8th night, he senses that someone is there. And then, what does the narrator do? It's kind of creepy, Claire.
He shines a sliver of light onto the guy's eye.
Yeah, because he's awake, right?
Oh,
And but before he even does that, how long does he wait?
6 or 7 hours.
Not 6 or 7 hours, Silas, but only 1 hour, which in itself is still kind of weird to be sitting there for 1 hour. So here he waits for 1 whole hour being very still. Now he's waiting for 1 hour, and as he's waiting, he's kind of laughing to himself because he's like, oh, the old man, is afraid. And the old man is getting very worried because he knows that someone's there. So the old man is thinking of reasons. Like he's like, oh, maybe it's a mouse. Maybe it's a mouse. Maybe it's something else. So he's getting worried. He hears all these noises. And then you are right, you guys, about the light. He shines it on the eye. Because we know he doesn't want to kill the man. He likes the man. He likes the old man. But he would not be afraid to kill him through his eye because he hates the eye. So that's that part. So this is all kind of a review. So then, here's the creepy eye. Your page is colored. The eye's open because he's awake. And we hear this heartbeat. And the suspense is it's getting louder and it's getting faster, the heartbeat. We think he's like it's the old man's heartbeat getting louder and louder. Do you guys ever hear anyone's heartbeat?
Yeah.
You have?
That's what my ear under.
Okay, maybe if you put you have a scope, right? But maybe you just don't hear it. So he's so nervous. He's actually having a panic attack. He's going through anxiety, and he's having such a panic attack. The narrator is having a panic attack that finally he does end up killing him. And it says here, the deed is done. The deed is done. He kills him, but guess what? He still hears it. So is that the old man's heart? Who is it? Whose heart must it be? The narrator. So when you realize that, that's one of our signposts. When you're like, oh, it wasn't the old man's heart, it was the narrator's heart. What signpost is that? When you're like,
oh,
yes.
It's
When you're like,
aha moment.
it's the aha moment.
Give me
So
some skin.
all right, nice job. All right, so we
Give me
can
some skin.
now. You're my last class, so I actually can write that down. This is the aha moment, where you realize that beating heart was not the old man; it was the narrator. And Silas. But in reality, maybe it even wasn't his. Maybe it was just all in his head, right? Because we know he's crazy. So, you guys. And so now we're thinking, what is going on here? He's dead. We already read that the narrator chopped up his body, hid him under the floorboards, and he actually admitted that he killed him. So we are now on paragraph 15. So boys, on paragraph 15, I'm going to read this, 15 and 16, and then you guys are going to read the end of the story. So we don't have that much left. And then we're going to be done. So I need you to stick with me. So when I made an end of the labors, it was 4 o'clock. Still darkness. As the bell sounded the hour, there came a knocking at the street door. I went down to open it with a light heart, for what had I to fear? So someone's knocking at his door, but he's like, I don't have to worry. There entered 3 men who introduced themselves with perfect suavity as officers of the police. It's the police at the door. A shriek had been heard by the neighbor during the night. Suspicion of foul play had been aroused. Information had been lodged at the police office, and they, the officers, had been deputed to search the premises. Okay, so police are there. This is the narrator. I smiled, for what do I have to fear? He's still not worried. He's not worried. Now, if I look here, remember we have to think about in paragraph 16 or 17, or 16 through 16 to 18, our contrast and contradiction. We're going to have our narrator acting one way when the police come, and then he's going to change his tune later. So we got to pay attention for that. So he welcomes them in, and he says, alive. First he says, oh, that shriek was my dream. All right. The old man I mentioned was absent from the country. Now he's saying, oh, he's not even here. Okay. I took my visitors over to the house. I bade them the search well. I led them to the length of his chamber. I showed them his treasures, secure, undisturbed, in the enthusiasm of my confidence. So here, he's super confident. He's like, I have nothing to worry about. Okay, next page. Brought them chairs into the room and desired them here to rest from their fatigues, while I myself, wild audacity of my perfect triumph, here we go, triumph again, victorious, placed my own seat upon the very spot beneath which reposed the corpse of my victim. So where is he sitting?
On the old man.
He's sitting on top of the spot where he buried the dead person. So then the officers were satisfied. Okay, so they're pretty much like, all right, nothing to worry about here. My manner had convinced them. So pretty much the officers are like, nothing's wrong. I was singular at ease. They sat while I answered cheerfully. They chatted of unfamiliar things, but ere long I felt myself getting pale. Oh no. And wished them gone. My head ached. I fancied a ringing in my ear. Okay, now he's starting to get nervous. But still, they sat and chatted. The ringing became more distant. It continued and became more distant. I talked more freely to get rid of the feeling, but it continued and gained more definitiveness until at length I found the noise was not within my ear. Okay, so this is he's getting very, very nervous. And he said it was not within my ear. Basically, we're finding out that he's getting so crazy that it's not in his ear. It's most likely, what is he hearing?
And his headache.
What is he hearing? He's going so crazy. What is this?
Heartbeat.
He's hearing the heartbeat. What heartbeat is he thinking he's hearing?
The person.
What person?
The person.
The old man. So he thinks he's hearing the old man's heartbeat.
Remember, I have to ask you a question. If you hear this, would you stay in that house?
No.
Immediately. Why would she be in this situation?
Right.
You never know. Ghosts are real.
Okay. So he thinks he hears the old man's